Hi all, so this is just a catch-up video. It's been a while. We're facing this way instead of out my gorgeous window today because the tripod's on the table and I ain't got the energy to move it, so it's just staying there. So those who have been following my Instagram feed will know that I was working on a tapestry bag. I tried a different stitch, two different stitches, and it didn't quite work, which I'll show you. So this is the bag. So that's the bottom, and there, so it's reasonably high. Now it was going great with this pattern, it's really looking nice, but this pattern here, which though I really like the look of, for some reason is giving it wider. See, it's sticking out a little wider, and I tried tightening my tension but it didn't help. So it's the first time I've done that stitch, so maybe I'm doing something wrong, I don't know. But it means that what I'm going to do is I'll rip this back and redo just this stitch, and then I'll do a bag with this stitch, the spike stitch I think it's called. I'll do a bag with that so it'll stay even. Does that make sense? Yeah, if you know what I'm doing wrong that's making it the two different tensions, please do let me know, because I continued carrying yarn through even though I wasn't changing colour, and I used the same size hook and I actually tightened my tension, but it still came out bigger. So I don't know, still learning. So if you've got advice on that, please do let me know. But I'm still happy with it, it's still quite nice, but I will redo it. So yeah, that's what I was working on, which most of you saw. And then I think I popped this one on Instagram yesterday, which is a cow. Okay, I don't know if I can get up to show you. There you go. So better pictures are on my Instagram and on my Facebook, but I've done this one, and I've done, ooh, as my glasses going 10 miles there, and I've done one in pink. There we go. I haven't folded this over. Lay it up properly, there we go. So it's not quite right, but you know, it's exactly the same as the purple one. I haven't took any photos of this one yet, but this one's in pink. So these two, I really like the colours. This is actually Pulse yarn, James C. Brett Pulse, I think. But looking at it, I think it's been a discontinued yarn. It's not very heavily available. It has a wool content, and I don't actually like the feel of it, because I get irritated a lot by some wool. But I'm sure once it's been washed it'll be softer. And I think it's come out really pretty. I'm actually really impressed. It's one of those yarns that has thick and thin components. See if I can show you. There we go. See, so we've got the thin and it goes into thick. So it's one of those type of yarns, and I think it worked out quite well. This is one entire ball per thing. So a 100-gram ball makes one of these. I'm not holding it right. There we go. But I'm really happy with them, and I'm going to do some more. There was no pattern, I just kind of made a rectangle, folded over, attached with fringe. So that's just double crochets, US terms, treble crochet UK terms. So they're really quick and simple to knock out. I made both of them yesterday. And I've started on the third, so really quick, because I've got one more ball of this colour, so I'll make another one of them. I've only got a part ball of the pink, because if you remember a while ago I made a bubble hat with the pink as well, so I don't know what I'm going to do with the part ball, because I won't be buying any more of that yarn, so I'm not sure what I'll do with it. It'll probably appear in a scrap blanket or something at some point. So then, if you remember when I opened up my goodie bag from Yarn Day, I got this gorgeous Serta Touch yarn. I made it into a cow. There you go. and it's so soft and squidgy and wonderful. I love it. It's not a bad size. I did the amount of stitches it said to do, and used the same needle stitch that it said to do. So that was a 10mm, and I think it was 65 stitches. I can't remember now. But what I did, they made it as one long thing and then seamed it. I just knit it in the round. Actually, my cast on was a little tight, but I actually like it when the cast on's a little tight, because looser that way, and then that makes it sit tighter around there, so I like that. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's so soft and squidgy that this is going to be mine and nobody else's. I'm keeping it. But yeah, I'm happy with the way it came out. No, my ball fell off of my handle. I'm sat in my wheelchair because we needed to get it out of the lounge, because we still ain't got a fix, so we just rode it into here, and it's now my chair in here for a while, because I've now set up a new office desk in the other room, so my proper office chair's in there. So the next thing I've got is an actual acquisition. I haven't made anything with it yet. Those local, or those who remember my video from last year, I went to the Downton Cuckoo Fair, which happens every year in the Maybank holiday, and they always have lots of wonderful stalls, though most of them don't do clothes for my size, even though I love the clothes. It's, you know, their extra large is like a 12, so useless. But they also have a craft area filled full of different craftsmen doing wood turning and things, and they have a spinners and weavers section, and I got some lovely yarn from the spinners. Isn't this pretty? I don't know if you can tell, it's got sparkle yarn in it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yes, I think maybe you can see it's got sparkle yarn in it. This is merino, with whatever the sparkle yarn is. They kept the label so that they could mark down whose it was that sold, because it was a group of them together, but it was definitely merino, and then whatever the sparkle stuff is. So it's really, really pretty. They didn't have a weight listed on it, but that's the sort of size. So I think it's around a Sport to DK weight. And what I'm thinking is, if you remember a while ago, I won some yarn. Hang on, let me grab it off of Instagram. Come back again. Oh, if I can get back in it. Yeah, so I won this yarn off of Instagram, which was rolled up nice like this, but I opened it and I can't put it back nice however they had it, because I don't know what I'm doing. But I thought they looked really nice together. So I'm going to do something with these two together. This one that I got was 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, because it's sock yarn. And this one's also merino but with the sparkle. So I think they should work quite nice together. And I think the size between them isn't too bad, that I can work with them together. I don't know if I can show that. So yeah, I think they work reasonably well together, so I'm going to make myself a shawl with them, and again that will be for me, but I'm really happy with it. And that's the only thing I bought from the Cuckoo Fair, other than some gluten-free vegan food, because they didn't have anything in my size, and it was really disappointing. But I've also got some Amazon acquisitions for my sewing. My rotary cutter I had, the blade was useless, so I bought a new rotary cutter because I wasn't sure what blades were on the one I got, but it turns out the ones that come in this actually fit that one, so I now have two rotary cutters. But this is my new rotary cutter, which has a little safety thing. Now it's a little stiff to move, but I don't mind. I just lock it back together. But it's really nice, it's because it's pink and I like pink. and I like the angle this one is, which is similar angle to the one I've got. But it came with this and there we go, 5 spare blades. I can't remember how much it was now, but it was a bargain, I remember that. It was definitely a lot less than what I paid for my first one. But I found them on Amazon. If I remember, I'll link down below what one is so you can have a look. But it was a really good price and it works really well. I've used it already and it's wonderful. But I keep pricking myself with pins. I'm having a terrible time with pins. So I bought myself, look at this cute little tin. Isn't that adorable? And inside are little sewing clips. And there's 100 of them. And this again was an absolute bargain. It was under a tenner, I remember that. I think it might have been about £6. Can't quite remember. But isn't that gorgeous? Perfect little tin to keep them in, so I'm really happy with that. And that's going to make my sewing of my bags much easier. I do have the fabric interface, but I haven't sewn any of the bags yet, so I'll show you that at a later date. But the interfacing has worked wonders. The fabric's much stiffer now and much nicer, so I will get some more sewing done soon. And then I've also got this. I want to do some big, bulky, chunky crochet at some point. We already have big, bulky needles for doing really big needles, but I wanted some crochet so I could do knit and crochet, and I got so much in that. This bag was less than £9, it was £8 something for everything I'm about to show you. So we got the lovely bag, then we got these needles, which I don't actually know how many's in here. Should we have a look? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 needles of varying sizes, which I think is fabulous. They're really nice and they come in that nice little container to look after them, which I thought was pretty good. And then you also got these 2 aluminium needles with it, which I can open up, have the bend on them, so you got 2 of them. Away. I've got a new tape measure. As I was saying, you can never have too many of these. I have them all over the house. And then I got these little stitch markers, just, you know, bog standard basic ones. I've never actually had any of these, so I'm actually glad to have some, because there's a few occasions I would have preferred to have something like this over the ones I do have. So I'm really happy to get them. And then this is the really good bit. Let's get them in the right order. My hands can hold them up. Oh, anyway, so we have 12mm hook, 15, 18, 20 and 25mm. So 5 hooks, which are really awesome. The reviews on these are really good. I've not used them yet, but the reviews are really good, so I'm looking forward to using them. And I think they're really pretty. But yeah, so I've got 5 hooks, all of those needles, a few stitch markers and a tape measure, and this gorgeous case, which just do back up. Yeah, and this gorgeous case from Amazon for £8 odd. I thought it was a bargain. Really happy with it. So I'm hoping to get some really good chunky scrap gowns and things going, because I have a lot of balls that, I don't know if you can see just down the bottom here, they're my part balls and I have a lot of them, so I thought I'd just do like one massive scrap gown or something, put, you know, 6 balls together or something like that, you know, and work my way through it. So I think that's everything. Yeah, I think I've shown you all of it. So yeah, I've been knocking out a few quick products just to get some instant gratification. I have done some more on the sleeve on that the blue merry-go-round Stylecraft yarn I was using to make the Alf coat. I have done some more on the sleeve, but I actually don't like the shaping of the sleeve, the way it's going, so I'm actually going to rip back and I'm just going to do a straight sleeve. I think I prefer that than the big long look that it's doing. So again, that's another change I'm making to the pattern, but I very rarely make the pattern straight out the way it's supposed to be made. And it's the only time I'm going to do that pattern, because it's a nice pattern, don't get me wrong, but I don't like too much of it. I mean, I don't like the way you make all of the individual wedges and then sew them together, and you make the front panels and the back panels separately, and then you make the waistband separately and you sew all together, and then the sleeves are raglan style, so you've made the front up to here and the same at the back, and then the sleeves are going to be tied on there. And I'm sure that's perfectly fine for most of you, but I don't like that. I'd rather have work top down and do raglan style, or have the front and backs join here and then have sleeves here. What's that, sense sleeve is it? I'm not sure on the sleeve names. So I will redesign a new one that I like. So there is a new one coming that will be entirely my own pattern, because I'm just changing almost everything on it because I don't like it. Yeah, that's about it really. I haven't got much more to show you. I've done my TMA, it's handed in, I've got my results back. Just my EMA, which is my last one, the examinal component of this module, and then I'm free for the rest of the summer. It's due in on the 30th of May, but I've got most of it already wrote. I've taken a week off, and then I'll get back to it next week. So I may or may not have much to show you next week while I work on my EMA. But once I've got that finished and handed in, I'll be free to make whatever I want, so hopefully there will be more of these sort of catch-up videos, because obviously they have been few and far between, but that's because I've had so much other stuff going on that I just haven't had time, and I had to prioritise, and crafting wasn't top priority, the module was. So yeah, hopefully I'll have more to show you soon. I'm sorry that I've been kind of MIA. I've done obviously the odd tutorial on the box open videos, but they're really quick things, nothing major, and Duncan can edit them for me after I filmed them, and I just kind of quickly knocked one out on a day that I've got 5 minutes spare. But once I've handed in my EMA by the end of this month, I should have a lot more time spare, so I can start doing the longer tutorials that I'm planned on already having done by now that I haven't been able to do. And more of these chats, hopefully manage to get some lives in at some point, because I haven't done a live for ages. Yeah, hopefully I'll just be more present soon. I've even slacked on doing little update videos on Instagram, which I was supposed to be doing, because I hadn't been doing much, and I didn't see the point in doing a video just to say hi, bye, because it's just waste your time, waste of my time. But as I'm doing more instant gratification products, I can show you them. I'm about to sit down and work on a asymmetrical shawl. I've never done it before. I'm gonna be winging it again, and if it works and it looks okay, then I might write that up as a pattern. But I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. So that's it. I've just rambled on, showed you everything. There's not a lot to keep you informed. How are you all doing? What are you all up to? I know a few of you have been having tough times recently, so I hope you're getting better and that family life is getting better. I know it's hard. And I know some of you are having wonderful times recently, like weddings. So I hope you're having a really good time and you're actually getting some rest after all the stress. Basically, I hope everyone's feeling better and getting a good time and getting more me time, because it's so important to get some me time in. It doesn't matter if you're a parent, a carer, you look after dogs for a living, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is you do for your life, you need me time. Otherwise you're just you're not going to cope. You're going to, at some point, it's going to get to a head and you're just going to crash. So I've had a lot of me time recently while I sort myself out, hence lack of posts this year. But sometimes it's what you need, so take it. Never ever apologise to someone for you taking time for you. If they don't like you taking time for you, they're not your friend. Whether they're your family or not, they're not your friend. A friend will support you for fixing yourself or taking care of yourself. It's an important thing to do. So I know that all of you lot are really supportive of me taking the time I need to get myself sorted, and I really super appreciate that not only you say it's okay, but you actually show it by sticking around. And I love you all for that. That's soppy, but I do. I love you all for that. You are my family and my friends. More than some of my family and friends, if I have to say. I say friends, I don't have any. They all ran away. They don't like, you know, when you can't party and drink, and you prefer to stay at home and craft, you don't tend to have many friends. But I don't care, because I have you lot, and that suits me fine. That was a little ramble off on it. My brain's just... It's also really warm in here. Not that I'm complaining, it's lovely. My garden's becoming big, green and lush again. Not that it ever disappeared on green during the winter, because I've got a few evergreens. But it's really starting, the rose bushes are really starting to grow up, and at some point I'll do another video facing that way and you'll be able to see it all. Hopefully by then the flowers will all be out and you'll be able to see them all, because it's coming along lovely. Yeah, I'm going to go before I ramble anymore, because I've got nothing else to say really. I just missed chatting to you all, but my life's been so boring. It's not boring, but you know what I mean. There's not much to talk about. So I'm just going to go back to crocheting or knitting or whatever I fancy doing. And I will see you all soon, and hopefully not as long as the last time, because I think it's been, what, 2 weeks or something now, and that's ridiculous. So you all take care. I love you all. Take care. Bye.